In order to be good, you have to lose, to understand loss. Loss is life. I think if competition is people reaching their highest potential, then competition is always good because it helps you not to give in under the slightest struggle in life. Thank you, Lord. Give everybody a bad hand. No one's gonna leave here without being tried in life. Wow. And you have to be, you're gonna have to take it. Adversity makes the strong stronger or the weak weaker. People gotta be accounted. That's what competition is all about. Everybody in their family knows who's the strongest one in the family, who's the matriarch. Even if they're older, they can kick his ass. They know he's the boss and she's the boss. That doesn't have anything to do with strength and being big. They know who the boss is. They know who can run the house. They know who says no. There's no divorce. They distinguish themselves, or she distinguished herself, out of all of us. That's why we know they're the boss, because knows when to put the gas on, when to put the brakes on. That's what a teacher does. He's a teacher. We're all teachers. Everyone, a lot of us, teach everyone. We're all teachers and students. This world is one big school and we're the students of this world. And that's what competition is about. Why should he have it? And he's not better than you. He said, "Man, you're fighting good, but I wish you were bigger," and that hurt myself. I made sure the whole world could be afraid of me. It's cool that people are seekers. I think that's very interesting that we're seekers, but we have to believe that we're divine and that we learn from our experience, because confidence between success and success brings confidence. They go hand in hand. You can't accomplish anything unless you say, "Oh, I'm a prick. I could never do that. I'm not born to do that." Only certain people, the only way people could do that. I can't do that. There's nothing I can't do, but just the mindset of wanting to be the best. What is the mindset you can transfer to somebody being arrested? Find out the first guy that really succeeded on this shit. Probably 1900 or something like that. Even if you have a crook, let's go from there and go all the way there in red, only to get to you, okay? So, one, study history. Yeah, study until it gets to you, and then you realize those people were just, funny clothes. You read everything they did. Now you practice it. Now let's think of this shit really work. I hate the whole aspect of the William mentality and the duration of it. That's probably the main part. The length of how long you have to go through that psychological warfare. And it takes tolls on people. Yeah, that kind of stuff. It's just really rigid. If you become the best, you have to almost become fanatical. This is my life. This is all I live for. This is my air. This is everything. And I guess most athletes feel that way. They have one of those old-time trainers in there, have that particular type of Methodist training. Yeah, it just becomes your life, so you can do this in your sleep because it's so regular regimen. Sometimes it's hard to accept who you are. Sometimes I see young kids out here and they come inside and they don't like who they are in prison, and it's really difficult, to accept who you are in this world, because really we don't know. But then in order to have friends with it, you have to be put in this particular kind of, I don't know. You have to be labeled, so to speak, so we don't know who we are. All right. Do we get? I guess to a certain degree of evolution, it's just that dedicating and sacrificing your life to being a particular way you want to be. Like, you want to conduct and say you want to be like Tony Robbins. You get all the information you can about Tony Robbins and you conduct yourself. This is how I want to live my life. This is almost like, this is your manuscript. This is what I'm gonna do. Yeah, and I'm going to live like, I'm not going to beat Tony Robbins. Listen, I'm gonna conduct myself, so it took me a while. Yes, yeah, So you gotta live it. You gotta breathe it. Yeah, and you have to be that before you actually become the person. You're not going to become the person you think you're prepared to be. So you tell me what happened. You didn't know. It's going to take time, so I'm going to become this guy. You know, I'm gonna be this guy before because you're not ready, but when time comes, you're gonna be ready. You're going to be coming around because this is my life and my customers. Of course, I got this role. Of course, I got this job. Of course, I got this way. I'm prepared for it. Wouldn't even be surprised. Everything changes when my classes change. You know, I never understood, my struggle. You know, I had everything I wanted, but still I was fighting the light. Yeah, my dog's fear was still fighting the light. That was my struggle. I couldn't get anything done. What's the question you wish you could have answered? It's cool. My wife. My purpose here. Yeah, I think my purpose is to be the best person I could possibly be before I die. You know what I mean? That could be my purpose in life. See how far we can go in life before we die. Yeah, you know. Let's suppose, people don't think in that perspective. That's what I look who they told me because I'm talking to some. I think I'm talking some glamorous shit. I'm talking about some fly shit. And he was telling me, Mike, you know, there's some people that live in the hospital so shit, hiding somewhere, and they live a simple life. And that's what they want to do, right? Enjoy the shit we talk about. I mean, nothing like being afraid to die. It may be God taking care of the kids, the people they love for me. Go on a vacation. But never go on a vacation. I leave the town, but this is just a simple life. This is what makes them happy. Yeah, it doesn't really come. You know, I come to the place of doing nothing. If you ain't something, you're nothing. I know my demons, and I realize it's nice. Everybody's gonna really find them out eventually. You think you're gonna hide that shit. It doesn't work that way. So you just started to forgive yourself on things.